Hey everyone, I'm gonna be real with you. This video was kinda never supposed to happen in the first place. You see, I was planning on making an SMG4 video in the future, or well, two actually, but they weren't theories at all. In fact, this month I was planning on dropping the SAK finale breakdown, but that has been kinda moved to next month since the SAK finale is also semi-delayed. But no worries about that, since I guarantee you it'll probably be worth it. I mean, SAK 7 was already insane on its own, but these two episodes will probably be masterpieces. Anyways, theories are kinda my strong suit anyways, and with the release of Puzzlevision 4, I think it's time we return to SMG4 to discuss what could come next. Because honestly, there's a lot of ways Puzzlevision 5 can go. Plus, my community loves to discuss SMG4 aside from something about Knuckles. But either ways, let's just hop straight in. Before we do start, I'm going to recap the events of the entire Puzzlevision series up until Puzzlevision 4. If you want to skip to the theories, I'm sure a chapter will show below this video with the timestamp there. We'll begin with the episode TV Make Mario no Okie Dokie, which just from the title you can already tell that this is going to be related to you-know-who. This is a relatively normal SMG4 video up until they reach the basement. If you've seen WotFi 2023, you should already recognize TV Edward's full design, but for a brief second you can actually see him headless just standing there menacingly. Near the end of the episode, they find the TV from the beginning of the episode and they all just stare at it before the episode ends. This brings us to the official Puzzlevision series collection, which is still ongoing as the final episode is going to drop on April 20th. The entire Puzzlevision series is basically a mock-up of several popular media such as Blue's Clues, Disney fairy tale films, Scooby-Doo, and game shows. TV Edward, or now revealed to be Mr. Puzzles in Puzzlevision 1, seems to be using the SMG4 crew as some sort of entertainment to get the perfect rating. Let's run through this real quick. Firstly, Mario's Mysteries, where Mr. Puzzles makes his first debut in front of SMG4 and Mario, and it shows how the entire gang is probably suffering on the outside, trying to escape from the nightmare that Mr. Puzzles put them all in. Next, in Once Upon SMG4, which just like before, is mostly normal until the end where SMG3 completely breaks and begins talking about trying to escape from a digital prison that they are all confined in, which actually caught me off guard. Anyways, Mr. Puzzles warps in and resets their memory again, and the story ends off as expected. Then we get to the midpoint of the Puzzlevision series, and likely the last normal episode of the bunch. Scooby Mario Where'd You Go has a couple of errors in the video, immediately starting off the episode with SMG4 bugging out and mistaking Scooby Mario Mysteries with just Mario Mysteries. A major bug takes place midway into the video when Mario and Luigi incidentally step into a room with a ton of TVs overlooking the entire Puzzlevision series. This also teases the next Puzzlevision episode in the lineup, but before they could say anything, Mr. Puzzles pops in and edits the whole thing in reverse so that they never saw it at all. The rest of the episode goes as usual. And finally, the most recent one of the bunch, and the episode that really derails everything. Mr. Puzzles Game Show Spectacular begins with Mr. Puzzles introducing the whole game show and also giving us some very unnerving lines while at it. Mario pisses him off and Mr. Puzzle jump scares us with a nightmare's face. How lovely. As the episode progresses, Mario continuously ruins the show and Mr. Puzzles gets so fed up with them that he just sends him in a prison out of the show. Mario manages to escape while Mr. Puzzle goes nuts and makes it to this weird static realm before being enveloped and becoming part of the static, including Puzzlevision 4 and taking us to where we are now. So finally, let's start the theory. Alright, first let's start off with the plot of Puzzlevision 5. As of writing this, there's not much to go by, but I'm sure within a few days as this drops, this will probably be outdated unfortunately. I theorize that Puzzlevision 5 will likely show some sort of popular media being portrayed or being used as promotion for Puzzlevision, and after the first minute of Puzzlevision 5 we'll cut to the real juicy stuff with wherever Mario is. It's likely that Mario is outside of the digital prison that Mr. Puzzles has put them all in, or outside of the TV. Mario will obviously try to get everyone else to the prison when he finds out, and Mr. Puzzles will probably try to prevent that from happening. In the case that this ends up occurring, Puzzlevision, the website, will probably go down after Puzzlevision 5, and there are two scenarios on how this episode could end. Firstly, Mr. Puzzles will die in some way. I mean, it's kinda obvious. The dude is the reason for the trauma of all the main characters for the past year and a half. Intentional or not. Besides, all of his minions kinda died. The demonic goop died in the movie it was introduced in, and so did Ren. Marty did not die, but that was probably because they didn't commit as many atrocities as the other two did. Second outcome is that Mr. Puzzles will vanish and return sometime in the future. After all, the new SMG4 location is called the Showgrounds, with Mr. Puzzles basically imprinted in all of it. I doubt this is the last time we'll see him. Perhaps we'll see him return in some sort of movie for 2024. Yeah, funny thing, while I was literally fucking recording audio for this video, this tweet popped up from SMG4, and yeah, it's confirmed. A movie is probably gonna happen, which will conclude the Puzzlevision arc. Anyways, let's continue with the video. However, in the off chance that neither of these occur, I'll go with the guess that maybe he'll somehow have redemption. But that is insanely unlikely, since you know he's done so many evil acts that he kinda can't really come back from it. Although some people do speculate that he is in a way related to the God Box, or is a physical manifestation creation of the God Box due to them both having some similarities. Perhaps, though, we may see the origins of Mr. Puzzle shine through a bit, as there is another theory I want to highlight that was not from me but rather the community. This theory believes that the Hall Monitor character, which is the only other character in the SMG4 series besides Mr. Puzzles to have a screen in their head, has a connection to Mr. Puzzles. A more familial connection, as if Mr. Puzzles was the father of the Hall Monitor in some way. You can choose to believe this if you want, but it does seem a little insane judging by how we rarely see this character pop up anymore. But it is always fun to theorize, no matter how unlikely it seems. Either ways, we'll find out within the next few days, so hopefully this video doesn't age terribly. I'll make another video on SMG4 in the future as I intended, but not just anytime soon, as I have a lot of content planned. I don't stick to one subject, I'm more of a variety, but I usually come back to my earlier video essays. Nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed it. Like if you did, this took some time to crunch out, and I'll see you around in the next one.